You know what's so crazy is I feel like on like when we think about like, I think people who are extreme left and Antifa and all these people, and on the other side, the QAnon folks, I feel like everyone has they feel like they're doing the right thing. Like they have
Everybody does.
They have like good intention in their heart.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like there just has to be like, you know, I don't know what it is. I think there just has to be like if everyone feels like they're doing the right thing, right? Like, you know, the White Lives Matter rally that opens up your film, it didn't feel like much of a rally, but, you know, your boy was out there with his flags. And then they ended up fucking him up.
Yeah, they fucked his ass up, bro.
He ends up getting arrested. Yeah. and do you feel like there's, like, just the option for, like, I guess, like, positive discourse where people can just agree to disagree? Do you just think that shit's out the window, man?
You know, the thing is, though, is like these groups, these vocal minorities get a lot of visibility because they make noise. But I think that a good like 70% of the country is on the same page as you and I. You know, they see the shit from afar. They might react to a certain thing a certain way or slant, but most people are not Antifa or QAnon.
Right.
The difference is I feel like QAnon ideology has bled its way into the mainstream conservative right, whereas Antifa and these groups are still like a very marginalized left,
Yes,
and liberals reject their ideas.
For sure.
So I just think that like the actual left that Trump always talks about has no actual power over the liberals. Liberals don't give a fuck about unions. You know, they're more concerned with like calling Trump supporters Nazis and white supremacists and throwing labels on people. So there is going to be a point where we can have discourse, but like I said, 2028's that year.
You know, there's just this, like you said, it's on the left, dude. Because I feel like I have conversations with, like, my cousin.
Yeah.
Like, this is another thing. I stopped talking to I was a part of this, like, the left that stopped talking to people over Trump in 2016.
That was a real thing.
My cousin, James, who's, like, my closest cousin in my life, voted for Trump, was vocal about it on Facebook, and I just stopped talking to him for like 2 years.
You guys are good now, though, right?
Yeah.
See, America is healing.
No, but I felt terrible about it.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, dude, I was fucking tripping, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, like, I was one of the guys shaming people for not getting. I shamed this motherfucker for not getting vaccinated. Every fucking time we'd go, I'd be like, you're a spreader. Yeah, bro, that was me. And I just realized, like, dog, like, I'm a part of the side that's the most judgmental.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because the other side's supposed to be Nazis.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when COVID first popped off in Seattle, you could be getting you could be having a picnic in a park, just you and two people. If you spread a blanket out and somebody took their mask off for a second, you'd have somebody in the cut with an N95 on like this. They'd take a picture of you, they'll put it online, find your at, they're like, what's this person's at? Super spreader, complicit in the genocide of those who are disabled, and complicit in the genocide of the immune compromised, and they would lose their job, they would lose everything. I saw this shit happening in real time, dog.
So sad, dude.
Bro, I remember when COVID popped off, I told you I was in Seattle,
Yeah.
and I was like, I gotta go somewhere more hippied out, because I'm like, I gotta see somebody. So
Yeah.
I went down to Eureka, California, and I stayed with my homegirl, and she told me, she was like, listen, I don't care about this COVID shit, or I do care, but if I see you in public with somebody, and they take a picture of you, or they see you with somebody else, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, what do you mean trouble? She was like, I could lose my job.
It was the same thing in Australia, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people were, like, going to jail. Like,
Yeah.
That's my thing is, like, you know, I just feel like I just feel like we stopped questioning shit for a while there, where it was like, hey, like, is it a little weird that there's a ticker on the screen on CNN with the death total going up like it's a fucking basketball game?
Yeah.
Like, what is, like, and everybody was like, fuck, and I'm over here buying gloves and shit, and fucking, I got so much sanitizer left over from COVID, it's crazy in my garage. Like, yo, we gotta have more sand.
Yeah, I was sort of tweaked out too, you know? It was just a crazy time, and I feel like we're still kind of living in the shadow of 2020.
For sure. And then now you look back and you're like, okay, well, you know I know I dealt with this because I had two sons who, you know, my kid was 14 and was like dealing with depression because he was just stuck at home. And the people who lost their businesses, especially here in California, you know, there's like restaurants that were losing their businesses while there was like catering on movie sets and shit. And it was like like make it make sense, you know? Like
Yeah. And Walmart was open though. You know what I mean?
exactly. Dispensaries were open.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, dispensaries were open. They never closed down dispensaries here, which was interesting. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, like you said, man, like this is what we get.
Yeah.
We get Trump again.
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
definitely.
Like all that crazy shit. This is what you get.
We earned this shit.
We earned it. We fucking earned it, man.